Wamkilikile, welcome. Shalom, salam alaikum. Wamkilikile in Xhosa is hello, shalom. My name is Kevin Chaplin, and I'm really pleased to welcome you. You didn't think you were going to get a Xhosa lesson today, did you? So in Xhosa, molweni is hello. Ninjani, how are you? Now what you're supposed to say back to me is indipelile. Now if I was with you in person, I'd get you all to repeat it. But I'm just very, very happy to be able to be with you. This is the first time in, I think it's over 10 years, that I haven't been able to be with you in person. I was one of the very first who brainstormed and the whole idea when the guys came out from the US to start the Global Lead program, which is now LeadAbroad. So it really has a warm place in my heart. And it's just such a pleasure to welcome all of you students. I just wish I was there in person, but I will be at the next group. And I look forward to seeing some of you. So today you're going to be in very, very good hands with Michelle and Roxy, but I couldn't miss the opportunity to just talk to you a little bit. And I must say to you, just being here today supports the Amy Foundation. And that is a big, what can I say? It's a really big thing for us that you could be here to support us. Now, I'll share with you why I say that. But firstly, my background, so you know who the heck who's talking to you today. As Kevin Chaplin, I was a banker for 26 years and loved banking. It was my passion. Everything was about making a difference in my staff's lives, my customers' lives, and really just every day wanted to make a difference. But after 26 years and really being very, very blessed, I moved to Cape Town in the year 2000. I hail from Durban, KwaZulu-Natal, and spent 10 years in Johannesburg. And as sales and service director in Cape Town and provincial manager, I thoroughly enjoyed it, but then decided it was time to go and really make a contribution and try and help change the world. So long story short, spent about a year planning the South African Ubuntu Foundation, and I founded the South African Ubuntu Foundation back in 2006. And I'm going to share a little bit about this word Ubuntu. But the Ubuntu Foundation is an organization to break down barriers between people of different color, culture, religion, and language and get them to truly embrace one another and contribute to the global change. And it was 3 months after I founded the Ubuntu Foundation that the Amy Beale Foundation went bankrupt. So I'm going to share a little bit about that with you. But this word Ubuntu is such a powerful one that I really wanted the opportunity to share it with you. Umtu ngumtu ngabantu. Again, if I was with you, I'd ask you to repeat it, but you can actually while I'm saying it. Come, let's go. Umtu, ngumtu, ngabantu. Oh, I didn't hear anybody. Well, obviously I can't. Umtu, ngumtu, ngabantu. Now, what that means simply is I am because we are. We are people through other people. The one I like is I am human because I belong to the human community. Now, ladies and gentlemen, even Barack Obama used this in his speeches very often. It's a very powerful word, Ubuntu, an African word for a universal concept or philosophy. And I'd really like each and every one of you to go back to the US and practice this word Ubuntu. Whatever religion we are, whatever we practice, Ubuntu really says we are people through other people. Whatever God we serve, whoever our parents, our grandparents, they are who made us what we are. And it's not just God, it's not just our parents, our grandparents, it could be neighbors, lecturers, teachers at school. Everybody around us has made us who we are. And that takes away the arrogance of I'm so great, I achieved this. No, it's through other people. Everything I ever did in banking was through other people. We in fact turned the bank that I was working for, First National Bank, FNB, we turned it around in 4 years. When I arrived in Cape Town from Johannesburg, everyone said, you'll never get FNB right, they're the worst performing. The good news is in 4 years, we turned it around. And there's many, many reasons and examples and insights, which I do actually share in my book. But it was really through other people. It was this word Ubuntu, everybody around you contributing. So Ubuntu really, if you take it down, Umtu ngumtu ngabantu, it's respecting people of other color, culture, religion, and language. Building relationships, being fair to others, being compassionate, being kind. Now, it's not about being soft. I've had to take many, many tough decisions in business, but I've done them in a fair and respectful way. When I've dismissed somebody, when I've had to let somebody go. It's in a fair and respectful manner. It's about sharing natural resources on an equitable basis. That's really what Ubuntu is. Looking out for others, sharing yourself with other people. It's not all about money. It's about mentoring others, coaching. What did we do to make the other person feel better, feel comfortable? So that's a little bit about Ubuntu I wanted to share with you. And the Amy Beale story is one of the most powerful stories of Ubuntu, ladies and gentlemen. Now, why do I say this? Amy Beale was this, you're going to see the video, but she was an amazing, young, vibrant, clever, young 26-year-old who came to South Africa because she just wanted to help South Africa. It was in 1993, and she really wanted to help. She actually helped write South Africa's constitution. It's a longer story, and I can't go into all of that now, but you'll learn a lot more in the video. You're going to learn a lot more from Michelle about the Amy Foundation, but it's a very powerful story of Ubuntu, of forgiveness, of reconciliation, of restorative justice. So I'm very proud and delighted that we could have you join us today and continue working with LeadAbroad and with the wonderful people from LeadAbroad to help Amy Foundation make a difference. 1998, 4 young boys came out of jail. They went to jail in 1993. You're going to see that in the video. But in 1998, the foundation started doing amazing stuff, fast track to the early 2000s, and Amy's father died unexpectedly. He had no medical insurance. He never expected to die, and so quickly, so early, and he left Amy's mother penniless. And the Amy Foundation, the Amy Beale Foundation, as it was called then, went bankrupt, went insolvent. But thank goodness the Consul of America, the U.S. Consul General, called me up when Amy's mother in 2006 came to close the Amy Foundation. She was here to actually close it down. There was no more money, and he asked me to see her. And that was the best thing that could have happened, because I said to Linda, please don't close such a good organization. The youth are the future. And she said she had no choice. She wanted me to take it under the Ubuntu Foundation, but I knew that was not the right thing to do. Ubuntu Foundation is for business people, Amy Beale Foundation for the children and youth. And thank goodness, I sit here 15 years later. It's the best decision I ever took, because it is so rewarding. And you're going to see it when you go out to our programs. You're going to have the pleasure of going out and working with our youngsters, with our facilitators. And you can see the difference it's making. Now, why is there still such a need for the Amy Beale Foundation, the Amy Foundation as we call it today? If you look, over 70% of 18 to 35-year-olds are unemployed. Pre-COVID, it was about 58%. But post-COVID, it's over 70% of 18 to 35-year-olds are unemployed. Over 50% of youngsters who start grade 1 in South Africa drop out of school before writing grade 12. That is horrific stats. Teen pregnancy, over 2,000 in the Western Cape a year pregnant, 30,000 nationally. Drugs, gangs, violence. So wherever you've got all these social ills in our challenged and vulnerable communities, we need an organization like the Amy Foundation. Because our aim is to educate, develop, and empower these youngsters, keep them away from all the negative influences, and turn them into emotionally well-rounded, contributing citizens. And you're going to experience that today and when you come and visit. So I'm just delighted that we can share the story of Ubuntu, of Amy Foundation, of Amy Beale herself, and the good work that's being done. And just your being here really, really supports our work. And I want to thank you all for being here. And just support us in whatever way you can. You're going to have, Michelle's going to share some of our products that you can buy. And Courtney and the team know that the Amy bracelet is one of the most powerful ones of Ubuntu that I love to push. It's just the most significant bracelet that's made by unemployed people in South Africa. And if you look, there's a little hand of forgiveness on there that reminds you of the Amy Foundation. There's Africa there. It reminds you of Africa. So when you wear this bracelet, this little R here reminds you to respect people of other religion, color, culture, language, to build relationships, to be responsible, to be reliable. It reminds you of reconciliation and restorative justice. So I do hope that each and every one of you are going to get a bracelet for yourself and wear it every day to remind you of all these and of Ubuntu and connect you to Africa. And please sell us out. Go and buy for your friends, your family, and take it back, because everything you do helps us. There's also Amy's wine, which is an excellent wine. There's some other products that the students have made. So please sell us out. Let's not let Michelle have to take products back. But really, we do appreciate your support. If you look at how we've built this Amy Foundation from bankruptcy in 2006 to what we are doing now. It's really just through people like you coming and supporting us. We try and diversify our income. We run it like a business. We keep our costs as low as possible, because when we have donors and supporters like you giving to us, we want the money to go on the kids, transport, teachers, facilitators, food, that's it. So your even buying today is going to help us a lot. And then hopefully some of you will buy my book. The book, Can Do, Making the Impossible Possible, is there to give you all the insights that I've learned, all the lessons I've learned in my life. But it's really to say nothing is impossible. If you see what we built up with the Amy Beale Foundation to become the Amy Foundation, to build a youth skills center, to have 1,128 students placed in employment in the last 5 years, started 100 new businesses since 2019. If we can do that, if we can build a youth skills center when everyone said it's impossible, then all of you can go back home knowing that for the rest of your life, don't let anybody say it's impossible, you can't do this, you can't do that. Nothing is impossible. The sky is the limit. So I wish you all the most amazing time while you're here, the time with the Amy Foundation. And then when you go back to the US, we wish you such a wonderful, successful future. And just thank you for listening to me and Michelle and Roxy and coming out to see us. And to the LeadAbroad team, we give you a big thank you for the long friendship and partnership. Thank you very much. And Nkosi kakhulu, ube nemini mnandi, which is have a great day. Thank you, everybody. Cheers. Bye.